I will be teaching this song in the key of E. The original recording comes out in the key of F, but if you listen carefully, the guitars are playing in the key of E, which means one of two things happened. Either one, they're using a capo on the first fret, which I doubt. Number two is that they did the recording at one speed, and later on in the mixdown decided they wanted it faster, and to get the effect of faster, they just sped it up. Well, when you speed tape up, which is probably the median it was recorded in, what happens is the pitch changes as well. But by listening carefully to the song, it is not being played in the key of F. And what gives it away is especially the lead guitar parts with a lot of the open strings playing in there. So we're going to play it in the key of E. If you somehow decide you just have to play it in F, either tune your guitar up a half step, maybe use a capo, and then you'll be playing everything one fret higher than what I'm telling you. But regardless, you really can't play this in the key of F smoothly. It's a lot of work, and a lot of these licks won't come out, especially on the lead guitar. So we will be doing it in the key of E. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the gear. You'll notice that there's a real bright sound on his guitar. He's known for using a Firebird, and the Firebird has a micro humbucker pickup on it. It's not quite as small as a single coil Stratocaster pickup, but it's not as wide as a regular humbucking. So you still have the humbucker effect with it getting rid of the hum, but because it's smaller, it has a narrower capture field of the strings, so it's a brighter sounding than like a regular humbucker would be, like this. So that's just a regular rear humbucker in the bridge position. Here's that micro humbucker. So you can hear it has more of a brighter timbre to it. It's not as full of a sound. And so we will probably be using that for most of the song. Now also on the amplifier, we have some distortion on it, not a whole lot. We're not looking for like a fuzz type effect. More of a nice little blues crunch. And once again, keep it bright. A lot of compression on it. The compression basically keeps your sustain consistent. If a note gets too loud, it will bring it down in volume. If it gets too soft, it'll bring it back up. A lot of tube amps do this naturally as you start overdriving them. But if you are using a transistor amp or a separate distortion pedal, you might want to put a compressor at the front end of it and experiment with it. You don't want it to squish the sound too much, but enough that if you have a subtle little lick, it will still come through. But also enough of it too, if you hit it real hard, it won't be too loud. So you have to kind of play with your compressor settings a little bit.